Hello folks and welcome back to Medieval Total War. I am Conostep and this is going to be part 33 of my early campaign where I'm playing as Aragon. And as far as jumping back into campaigns that I haven't played in a while, this one is going to be a bit more challenging than the Almohad's campaign. As far as, finding my footing because things are going okay, right? But I did lose Sardinia to Italy, they did attack me and they did take the island, and that's really unfortunate. Because then I counterattacked them with my boats versus their boats. They sunk my entire fleet. And then the Pope reprimanded me for attacking the Italians, but not them for attacking me. So I need to leave them alone for 10 turns, for 10 years, and it's really important that I do that, because if I don't do that, then my king will, I will be excommunicated, and my king will lose some influence. I think that's how that works. And that's not a situation that I can handle right now because he only has 3 influence as is. So if he either loses influence or if my people just lose their population loyalty, then there could be some issues in my kingdom. So I need to leave the Italians alone for a little while here. But when it's, when that timer comes up, when it's 13:16, 13:16, or actually 13:17, just to be safe, just to make sure, I got this right. I can attack Corsica and Sardinia and take out the Italians once and for all, because these are the only 2 provinces that they have left. So yeah, that's going to be the plan there. In the meantime, what can I do? Well, I think it's time for me to take on Malta, just to get rid of it. There is a decent little garrison here. 3 feudal men-at-arms, 2 urban militia, and 1 archer, but I think that I have enough soldiers here that can handle that. So let's take Malta, and then let's also take Rhodes. There's just 1 unit of Byzantine infantry, 2-star general, but it's at half strength, and I can take that as well. And these are 2 rebel settlements that I can take because the French are just running away with the points, and they're going to continue to do so even though I do have a decent homelands points. Still, France just is doing very well because of their conquest points mainly. So they're a faction that's going to have to be dealt with eventually. Probably not by catching up with points. I'm probably going to have to kill them to deal with them. And I can talk a little bit more about that later. But for the time being, the reason why I want to take these 2 rebel settlements is because that theoretically would add another point to my conquest points. Because I'm getting a point for every 4 provinces that I've conquered. Currently, I have 10 provinces, I believe. And if I get 2 more, that puts me up to 12. And that should give me an extra point, I think. So that's an extra point for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 counting periods. So that's an extra 6 points in the long term. In the long run. So yeah, I think that can be valuable to get that. The Egyptians might also have to be dealt with at some point. They're 85 right now and they're making quite a bit. I keep thinking they're going to have issues, but like they kind of just stabilize for some reason. Their domain is a mess, like they have these regions and then, they are taking Tripoli off the French. So that's good for them. So yeah, this turn, this French garrison is going to fall here in Tripoli. I'm hanging on to Antioch, and we're not at war, so that's good. But the Byzantines are causing some issues here. They're here kind of just creating this little divide between the 2 Egyptian halves, because Egypt is also up here, and then they also have this province as well. So Egypt is in kind of a funky little state. But they're making a lot of points still, so that's something that's worth considering. So I might have to deal with them eventually, but they're not my primary concern. My primary concern is France. And I think that I'd prefer to deal with France through nefarious means, using assassins, agents, inquisitors, you name it. I think that's the better way to do it. If I can eliminate them that way, then we can keep trading up until the time that France falls. But if I have to go to war with them, that's going to eliminate like a lot of my income because, yeah, I am, making money off of them. Now I am sitting on over 200,000 in my treasury, so I'm looking good in that regard. But still, that's going to be a last resort. Attacking France would be a last resort. So I can continue to save money and build up my soldiers in the meantime, but I don't want to sit idly while I'm doing so. I do want to take at least these 2 easy provinces to take. And then it is tempting to actually take Crete and Greece off of the Byzantines. These were provinces, at least I know the Crown of Aragon historically did have a colony somewhere in Greece. So I would like to take this province, and then I want to take Crete just to complete my my Mediterranean empire. And, I'll take Cyprus eventually. But yeah, since I'm going to be going to war against the Byzantines eventually, I suppose that's an option. I could also use a crusade to go up against the Byzantines because they are Orthodox Christians. And that would allow me to, a successful crusade would allow me to raise my king's influence a bit as well. So there's some options there. As far as, yeah, I have to leave the Italians alone. And there's, oh yeah, that's right. There's also the Mongol fleets. Man, this is such a pain. This is so annoying. So the Mongol fleets attacked me in the last episode. And so I'm not trading with these 5 ports that are here in the Black Sea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And a few of them are Egyptian. Like 2 of them are two, at least 1. No, 2 of them are Egyptian. Yeah. So that's money that I'm not making. And what I would like to do is go back in there, kill these Mongol fleets, and then exit this territory so I can get that automatic ceasefire with the Mongolians, and then go back in so that I can continue trading in this region. So that's going to be the play there. Let's, can I beat this? I have a Bark, 1 star, and they have a Dao. Stats are 1, 1, and 3. And then my stats are 1, 2, and 3. I should win that, right? They're both 1-star generals, but I have better stats. So let's attack there. We are at war, right? Yeah. And, let's send you up here. That's my 2nd tier ship, so hopefully they can win. And let's send some backups as well. You guys can come over here, I suppose. Yeah, you can come over here to back up that fight. And I'm going to need more boats in this part of the ocean just to, if I can get that automatic ceasefire and then come back in here and park just 2 boats in the Black Sea, then that should deter any attacks because that was working with the Egyptians. If I put 2 boats in a province bordering these nations that are being really ornery, then that typically kind of shuts them up and they stop attacking my singled out boats. So that's going to be the play going forward. But yeah, other than that, like I'm still making a bit of money. I'm still making 6,000 per turn, which is pretty good. And that's helping me close the distance in this arms race here. So there's, yeah, I'm still biding my time. I am bringing spies into French territory. The provinces that don't have border forts, which there's quite a few of them, honestly. Toulouse, Anjou, all of the British Isle domains up here, and a few more as well. So I'm working on trying to destabilize their regions. They're at war with the Mongols and the Egyptians and a few other, yeah, the Almohads and the Germans. So they have enemies for sure, but their king unfortunately does have an heir who is of age. So I was trying to kill him and he just stayed alive. Yeah, he's nervous. So this is something that comes from getting targeted by assassins. He is constantly worried about being assassinated, causing sleepless nights and troubled days. This is not good for his health. So he's getting paranoid and he's not taking care of himself. So now he's more likely to die. But I think that this only accounts for him in battles. I don't think that this accounts for his health when it comes to getting attacked by assassins. So yeah, I think that's just kind of a battle thing. But in any case, still, it's something. Working on him a little bit here. Other than that, let's see. I do have a Keeper of the Previous Seal title. I think this is something that I had because my one of my guys died here in Sardinia, so I'm guessing this is another one that I can reassign. So 3 loyalty, 1 acumen, and 1 command. That looks pretty good. So I want to look at what province is making me the most money, and I can give it to that governor. And it looks like it's this guy. So Lord de Antiquera, Prince of Antioch, because Antioch is making like 5,000 right now. And he has 7 acumen, so it still can be increased. And he is a 3-star general, so he will be getting extra command from that as well. So let's give it to him. There you go. Yeah, that's looking good. And then let's go over here to Antioch and see what we're making now. Yeah, 5,584. So that's looking pretty good. And 6,300. Yep. All looks pretty gosh darn good there. Here we are at the invasion of Rhodes, and honestly, I don't really think there's any point in fighting this one. So let's just auto-resolve this. And Jesus, I did lose 20 men. God damn. Okie dokie. Well, Rhodes is now mine. And now for Malta. I will fight this one. They do only have 300 men, but I may as well go in there and make sure it's done right. And in classic fashion, of course, I forgot my Genites. So, yeah. Okay. Well, that's a good start. Let's try to get my guys grouped up as quickly as possible here. And also, I didn't bring nearly enough swordsmen, considering that they do have 3 units of feudal men-at-arms. All I have is 1 unit of chivalric men-at-arms. They're good, they're good, but my royal knights are probably going to carry the day in this one, because those swordsmen of theirs can cut through my spearmen pretty gosh darn good. Even though I do have some chivalric spearmen, it's still like, swords just match up very, very well against spearmen. Looks like they're going to be giving me some time to get set up, so that's really nice of them. They're up there on that left hill there, and I do have the range advantage. I do have crossbows and some regular archers, so if they just let me shoot at them, that'd be also pretty good. So let's get formed up, and then let's move up the left side of this map here. We are just about to get in range of their archers. It looks like they might, yeah, they have the distance on us, so let's just push up a little bit more here. And then we're pushing up on the left side with my feudal sergeants and then my regular archers. So let's move up. Let's go like right here. And then on my right side, I have the same thing. I have some feudal sergeants with some regular archers. Are my crossbows in range yet? No, they're not. So let's just keep pushing up here in the center. And then I do have my chivalric men-at-arms ready to fill this gap here on this side. And then my royal knights are ready to do the same and try to fill the gap here on this side if I can. And let's see, are my guys in range now? Yes, they are. So let's kind of spread my archers or my crossbows out a little bit more so that they can get some better shots in. And then let's move up my right flank so that maybe my regular archers can get some shots in as well. And then same on my left flank. Let's try to get up here on this hill and see if I can get my archers involved on this side. Now it looks like they are starting to come down, and are they going to fight me? No, it looks like they were going to come down and fight me, but now they started moving back here. Their archers are taking a lot of damage right now. My crossbows seem like they're really getting the job done. And if I can draw them into an attack, that would be actually preferable, because I want to get some shots in with my crossbows on their swordsmen. That's going to be ideal here. Yeah, the urban militia I'm not too worried about, but it's the feudal men-at-arms that can do a lot of damage to me. Can I go around on this side? Yeah, if we can drive off the urban militia, because they do have a bonus versus armor, so they can do a decent job against my knights. But if I can use my knights against their swordsmen, that'd be a really good matchup for me. And let's have you guys run away here, and then run away here as well. And then chivalric men-at-arms, get ready to charge into the side. And then, oops, my knights are charging without orders, and that's fine. That's something that they do sometimes. We will be able to beat these urban militia just fine, I think. Let's go up here, and actually, you guys go here, and then Yeah, that's fine. That's not ideal, but that's fine-ish. Let's get crossbows here where they can get a better angle. And then how are we doing? Let's get spearmen helping out against the fiddle men-at-arms, just because fiddle men-at-arms are, you know, winning this combat. And then Royal Knights, yeah, finish off those swordsmen here. And then these urban militia are dying, and the enemy general's running away. And yeah, they did a decent little job there. As you can see, like, feudal men-at-arms, swordsmen they trade well into spearmen. Even my good spearmen, my chivalric sergeants, you know, took 5 casualties there. And yeah, this chivalric sergeant lost 16 men. So yeah, swordsmen will take a bite out of them. And it looks like, is this more? Yeah, that's our archers. So let's get my knights to chase down their archers. Stop them from shooting at us, and then your soldiers have captured. Yeah, you chase down, and then just have my archers chase down their feudal men-at-arms. Luckily, there is no castle in this province, so it doesn't really matter if they run away. As long as I win this battle, that's all that really matters. And that's going to do it. So I did lose 53 men, but you know what? I got the job done. So now we can start building up Malta and Rhodes. And it's good, if anything, just to like have a couple more provinces where I can train stuff. Ships, agents, whatever, you know? So, goddamn, so they won that battle in the Sea of Marmara. That's just... Oh, man, naval combat in this game is so frustrating. Like, I get RNG, but man, it just sucks when your boat had the better stats, the star command stuff was the same. Like, it's just like, oh my god. Let's release them so that I don't get any bad traits here. And then a flood in Granada. So luckily nothing was destroyed, but my income has been halved here in Granada. And then one of my generals has died of old age. This is actually one of my historical generals, Don Roger de Loria. And then Don Ferdinand de Luna is now a 1-star general. This is the guy that just won me that battle there in Rhodes. Alright, Wales. The French are mobilizing and preparing for a major attack. The Egyptians appear to be the target of their planned invasion. The attack is not likely to happen until the year after next. Okay, well, that's interesting. And then I did catch an assassin working for the Byzantines here in Aragon. Okay. Going after my king, it appears. Monastery completed here in Castile. So now I can finally train my inquisitors here in Castile, which is going to give... This provinces does give a +1 valor to inquisitors. So that's... finally, I should have done that a long time ago, but... Hound of God accused. Okay. Meister Johannes Eckhart, the Dominican scholar and leader and the vicar of Bohemia, has been accused of questionable and heretical thought. His discussions of the soul and God show the influence of Greek and even Arabic scholarship and are not in accordance with church doctrine. His pernicious influence has caused many to think heretical thoughts in Franconia, Bohemia, Friesland, and Flanders. Okay. I wonder if that's going to help me create some instability in French territory. That would be wonderful. That'd be really, really nice, actually. Who gets to be the governor of Malta? +2 acumen, +1 piety, and +1 loyalty. Okay, that's a good one. I mean, it only makes 269, but then got this guy here. He helped just take Malta, so 4 acumen already. And what are we up to? 430. All right, I like that. And I get to keep the port. That's pretty sweet. And then same thing here in Rhodes. That's nice. That's really, really nice. Now these armies can move away immediately. I don't need to keep them here and wait for a port to be built. They can go back to my mainland and help reinforce if I do, need them. So that's really nice. So what about Rhodes? Another 2 acumen. Okay, wow, nice. And then 178. Yeah, man. Taxes are so bad here. So who has at least 4 acumen here? You do? Okay, that's good enough. Give this to you, and now we're making 285, bumped up to very high, 356. And that'll do. And that should also lower the upkeep of these boats. Support cost 25. I feel like that's what it was before. 20. Oh yeah, I have Antioch right here. That's right. Yeah. Well, what about these guys? Am I lowering the support cost? Yeah, down to 12. And 40. Okay, interesting. How's my income? 600. Okay, so I'm making a bit more. A little bit more money there. I can raise this up to very high as well. And yeah, making 6.5 per year. That's not bad. Man, oh man, I just cannot win a single battle here on the ocean. I've been trying for a few turns now, and I don't think I've sunk a single Mongol boat, and it's getting really frustrating. It really is. Yep, here again, another one. And I'm pretty sure I outnumbered them in this battle at least, so it's just... Oh my god, we actually sunk a boat. Here we go. So we sunk one of them, and I think that... Okay, so my assassin got caught. That's unfortunate. And yeah, my spy keeps getting caught here in Saxony. Stew is completed, and I think that's my... Is that my tier 2 spy building, I believe? Maybe. So +1 valor for my spies, and then master merchant completed here in Sicily, so that's going to be some more money. Fort is finished here in Malta, and Citadel's finished here in Granada. Castle's finished here in Antioch as well. So I do, like I was saying before, I did want to attack the Byzantines eventually here in Crete and then Greece. But going to war with the Byzantines is going to mean going to war with the Byzantine Navy. And if I can't even beat these 3 boats that the Mongols have, now we're down to just the 2 of them, but still, it's been very, very frustrating. And yeah, I haven't been able to really, get the job done here. So I'm going to keep trying, obviously, trying to, beat these boats. But, I mean, the income's fine, right? I'm making 7,000, but still, I wanted to finish this war. That's the thing. Naval wars in this game they take a real long time. They can really drag on for a long time, and they can really throw a big wrench in your plans. They can really drag things out. So I don't want to go to war with the Byzantines until my fleets are ready to take on their fleets. They don't have much, but they have enough to be annoying, And if I can't beat these 3 Mongol boats with what I have, then the Byzantine Navy could be a little bit even more annoying. Because they do have these dhows with their 4 speed. They can just last forever. They can run away and run away and run away, and they just can't catch them. So, yeah, that's the other problem, is that I'm only training boats or building boats in 2 provinces right now. Here in Portugal, and then over in Antioch. And I would like to be building more boats, but I just don't have enough provinces to really spread the love right now, so... Once I can get up to the point where I can build boats here in Rhodes and Malta, that's going to help out a lot. I don't want to wait until then, before I go to war with the Byzantines, but, I might have to. Just keep waiting. Might end up going to war with the Italians first, just because they only have the 2 boats. So that might be next up. What's their... There's a fire galley, a 3-star fire galley, yeah. And I don't know what this one is. So it's still a few more years before the Italians, or before the Pope forgets that I attacked the Italians. We're not at war, which is weird because we've been in the sea regions that border their territories this entire time. So I don't know how that automatic ceasefire was called. Does a Pope just call that automatic ceasefire once he says stop fighting? I don't really know. So that was kind of odd, but yeah. In the meantime, nothing really has been kind of happening. We've just been trying to sneak spies into provinces here in the French and trying to cause some issues. It's not really working. Their king just has a big old mountain of influence. He's looking very good, and he's still pretty young at 38. He does have a crusade out here. This is going to fail eventually. It's just kind of lingering forever. Should fail eventually, and that should give him a hit to his influence. There is also a crusade marker here in Mercia, but they haven't declared a crusade yet, so that's just kind of hanging out. Overall, though, the French are, they're hanging on. They're doing pretty gosh darn good. They have finally taken out Morocco, so, the Almohads are now gone for now. So, trying to create an Almohad reemergence would not be a bad idea. Yeah, I should start sending spies down here. And just to see if I can flood this region. That's not a bad idea. try to get a, yeah, reemergence down here. Because that could take a few territories away from the French and draw some more resources from them. That would be nice. Just because, you know, just to take away some of their conquest points at this point, you know. What is it? So every 5 provinces they're scoring 1 point. Thank goodness. If it was more than that, or if it was like less than that, less provinces to score a point, they'd just be, you know, crushing it right now. As is, they're kind of still in striking distance a little bit, kind of. Like barely. Like barely, but wait, was that me? I was looking at, yeah. Yeah. So it's probably going to come to a point where I'm going to have to just flood their nation with assassins and try to kill their king. That's probably what it's going to come down to, but I want to put myself in a position where my economy is good enough and my armies are good enough to be where if I do need to actually go to a full-on war to destroy the French, then I have the economy and the military to handle it, and the navy, you know, mind you. So that's something that I'm not going to rush. I am going to wait, oh, I don't know, maybe until the last 50 turns of the campaign. Hopefully 50 turns will be enough for me to get the job done if it comes to that. It's going to be a question also, though, like, what do I do with the Egyptians? Because will I actually catch up to them? I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch up to the Egyptians. And the Byzantines aren't really making a move either. And if I attack the Byzantines and take these territories from them, that's just going to, you know, that's just going to make the Egyptians stronger, I think, by weakening one of their only enemies. So they are someone who's probably going to have to be eliminated at some point. How many? I wonder. Let's see, do I have an assassin nearby? No, I do not. Okay. Let's find an assassin that I have. And how many heirs does he have? Yeah, so he does have an heir. Although it's a 50% chance of killing him. Jesus. Is this assassin just like... Yeah, he's 3 stars. He's pretty good, but yeah, the Egyptians do have heirs, so... Huh. Yeah, I do wonder, you know, who I should go for first here, but I do think that I should probably focus first on these island nations, just to get some more territory, some easy pickings, some more money. You know, keep working on my navy, keep working on my economy and my armies. And I have to remind myself that there's a lot of catching up to do. Like, I'm still working on it, right? And if I do have to go to war to the French, I want that, you know, really good late game army that can really smash theirs. So that's going to make that possible. Oh my goodness, I have killed one of the heirs of the French king. So that's wonderful news. Nice. Prince Felipe is now dead, and yeah, decided that maybe if I just go after the heirs, because they are easier to kill, maybe once the French king just dies of old age, maybe the French will disappear, maybe? So yeah, we can see if that works out. Let's see. Looks like my emissary has was almost killed in Aragon. Wow. So when you get this message, it means that he basically like killed the assassin himself. The assassin was not caught by internal security. It was the emissary himself. So that's interesting because this is Aragon. I have a border fort here. I have 2 assassins. I have a spy. So that assassin got through a lot of people before he was killed by that emissary. That rank 0 emissary, by the way. So interesting. And man, oh man, yeah, that French crusade is still around. That's just crazy. And I'm still losing sea battles. Wait, did the Italians attack me? What's going on here? Okay, so I did beat this Mongol boat. That's good news. And what the heck happened? Did the Italian fleet attack me or what? So yeah, my spies are still getting caught here in Algeria. Yeah. And we caught a Byzantine assassin here, Antioch. Okay. And then what? My spy got caught in Provence. Okay. So a lot of sneaky business. Provence does not have a border fort, so that's why I'm putting spies there to try to work on this population loyalty, try to cause some issues for the French. So let's put another spy back up. Do I have to... Where is my... There he is. Rank 0 spy. Yeah, you go there, and then you can go to Toulouse. Now let's see if we can find any more French heirs that we can kill. Prince Jean. Yes, there you go. He's 25, so he might be the actual heir. Yeah, let's see if we can get him. Let's see, you are the 4-star general. Yes, you are. And what would be the chances of killing you if I sent some of my assassins after you? 70%? I'll take it. I know they have, actually, yeah, they have no border forts here in Sweden. Ooh, okay, so yeah, this is a good opportunity for me to kill Prince Jean. And yeah, it appears the Italians did attack me. Okay, interesting. So, I mean, does that mean I can't, can I not attack them? I don't think I can. The Pope will get mad. So I have to back off. That feels so stupid. Okay. Yeah. So like three or four more turns, 4 to be safe, before I can attack the Italians. So let's hope that by leaving the sea regions that are bordering their islands, hopefully we can get that ceasefire with them. See, like this. Come on. I lost 2 caravels to what? I know at least one of those boats was a dhow. So what? Even a dhow and a bagla. I mean, come on. It's just gets old, you know? It gets old. And it makes me really, gosh, it's frustrating. So let's see, I'm catching Egyptian assassins here, and yeah, my spies still can't get into Algeria. And yes, my assassins are getting caught in Denmark. Okay, so I have a couple of assassins that, oh yeah, Sweden doesn't have a port, so they have to go through Denmark. Okay, that's, hey, at least 2 of them got through, thank goodness. So hopefully we can get this heir, that would be nice. And I can bring you up as well, 3 stars. Oops, I actually forgot to check which one. Yeah. Let's bring you in. 24% chance, let's see if we can get him down. And we can keep trying with our other assassins as well. Ooh, we have a French emissary, let's see if we can get some practice going. We can kill him first. And yeah, you know, it's just this freaking, you know, naval war against the Mongols. Just it's gonna go on forever, I guess, because my boats can't kill their boats. It's just very, very frustrating. It really is. It's very frustrating. So maybe we just get that ceasefire. Like, yeah. I guess get that ceasefire. I'm not. So yeah, I should get it at the end of this turn, right? Because I don't have any boats in the Black Sea, and they don't have any boats in any territories that I have boats, so should we just get an automatic ceasefire right now, right? And speaking of which, the Italians, yeah, so I did get that ceasefire with the Italians. So now I can bring my boats back over here, and then you can come over here. I know it's risky because they can just attack me again and start another war, but hey, I thought I'd try because I am down to, well, never mind. No, I'm still making 7,000, so that is good. But yeah, once I can start building boats from Rhodes and Malta, that's going to be very good. And I'm going to switch over to building boats here in Sicily pretty soon as well. Once I get this building, the dockyard, built up here, so I can build caravels. Yeah, that's going to be pretty good. Yeah, because I need them. Like, I just can't crack I can't crack the like anyone's fleets right now. So yeah, it's nerve-wracking. It really is. It's nerve-wracking trying to plan an attack on the Byzantines, you know, or the Italians for that matter, if I just can't, you know, kill boats. So the other idea is just keep teching up until I can get my tier 3s out. And then once I have tier 3s out, then, you know, hopefully they should just, you know, face stomp on any boats that they come across. But that, you know, I don't know. I figured a tier 2 could beat a tier 1, so, you know, what do I know? Now I can also start using my spies to try to spy on enemy generals, and typically, so one of the things this is going to do is reveal hidden traits, or hidden vices or virtues. Now, I haven't found that in itself to be super useful, but what there's like the side, kind of the auxiliary use for doing this is that it will cause a certain vice or virtue line in that general who's being spied on, where he will become paranoid and suspicious, and he will essentially ramp up his security forces, and he will get vices that will eventually get to, I think, lower his loyalty and or lower his the population loyalty in the province that he governs. So I think off the top of my head, I believe that's how this works. So it's always worth doing this if I can do it against a general who is a governor of a certain province. So in this case, this governor is this general is the governor of Anjou, I believe. So let's start spying on him. And anywhere else that I have spies, and there's generals that are worth spying on, like the Duke of Austria. May as well give it a go. And yeah, see if we can make him a little bit paranoid. See, like here's an example. This spy did find this hidden vice, so this general is a fanatic. There's public outrage as the secret vice of one of the nobility is revealed. Person concerned, Lord de Blois, he follows religious doctrine to the letter, arresting and executing any he judges to be heretics, plus 40% zeal when governing, and plus 1 dread. Now, this makes it seem like just the act of revealing that hidden vice makes people angry. That's what this makes it seem like. Now, I don't know if that's actually true. I haven't read that anywhere, like in the forums or anything. But this does indicate that, doesn't it? So perhaps this mechanic requires some more testing, but I do know, so if we take a look at him, he might have started to develop a certain virtue or a vice chain after I take a look at this. So even in cases like this, right, where the spy fails to find any hidden vice. So even for this person, like there's going to be a certain vice chain that's been started. So let's see, my inquisitors, yeah, and spies, French. That crusade, I can't believe it's still alive. It's just insane. And here we go. So unrest is in Finland, so the French are dealing with a little bit of a civil unrest up there. And goddamn, of course, just what I need is one of my ships sinking in a storm. Oh, jeez. And yeah, my spies still can't get into Algeria. Jesus Christ. Assassins are getting caught in Norway. Okay, both of them got caught there. That sucks. Drinking Den completed here in Valencia. And Reliquary completed here in Castile. This is going to allow me to train my Grand Inquisitors now. So these guys should just be real monsters when it comes to burning heretics, should I say. Okay, so I'm not seeing that vice chain started on this guy yet. This is the guy that we found out that he's a fanatic. He has a lot of stuff going on. God-fearing, this is from being tried by inquisitors, captured, obviously, that's self-explanatory. Yeah, he has a lot going on here, but nothing yet from being spied on. What about this guy? Does he have anything going on yet? Yeah, informants, here we go. So he has built up a local group of informants, giving him some warning of plots against him, +2 valor versus spies. Now, I haven't seen this. I don't know if this means that he has a chance of like catching and killing the spies or what, because I feel like I've used this against people that get that trait, that informant trait, and then that just keeps building. Like that builds from informant into like something even darker and more sinister, which actually goes against them, right? So it starts off looking good. +2 valor versus spies. Good thing, right? But I believe that gets darker if I keep going after it and keep, spying on him. And then same with this guy. So if I keep spying on him, things should start to get pretty dark for him. And I think I was working on this guy as well. Yeah, Duke of Prussia. Let's just keep taking a peek, seeing what you got. And then you as well. Now the Italians have just sunk a couple more of my boats, even though we had a ceasefire, but yeah, that's just how it goes. Right, as long as I don't have 2 boats in a region, some of these factions are just going to be pesky and they're going to keep attacking me. The Mongols, I tried leaving their sea regions and then they just, moved into my territories where I had my boats and then they attacked me again. So, yep, it's just a lot of pesky stuff going on right here with these naval engagements. Now it's the year 1316, I believe. I could probably attack this year, but I'm going to wait until next year to attack. And luckily, the Italians don't have enough money to build more boats, so they're just stuck with the 2 boats that they have. And that's what I'm going to be doing in the next episode. I don't care if it takes every boat that I have in the Mediterranean to gather up, destroy these 2 boats, so I can destroy the Italian faction, because this is just really annoying. I want them out of the way. They're just messing up my shit. I want them out of the way so that I can focus on bigger things, like perhaps taking Naples from the papacy at some point, or taking Crete and Greece from the Byzantines at some point. So yeah, that's going to be the play going forward, is looking at that. And in the meantime, I can keep trying to assassinate French heirs. Prince Jean has been getting pretty lucky here. He's been kind of staying alive, and yeah, they killed a few of my bishops as well, which is kind of annoying because now I can't spy on them here in Norway. So yeah, that's going to be the play. But you know what? I have a lot of agents floating around in French territory, and yeah, I'm spying on their guys, and I'm finding some vices, and that's feeling pretty good. We'll see if it amounts to anything. I don't know. I'm going to start getting some Grand Inquisitors going here in Castile. I don't think that the +1 Valor bonus applies to Grand Inquisitors. Maybe this only applies to regular Inquisitors, but I can check that out when I do get my first Grand Inquisitor on the board. But in any case, that's all. Gonna have to wait until next time. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and thank you very much for watching. I've been Kind of Step, and this has been Medieval Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.